Good evening, lovely spirits. It's the wise servant here, Mr. Solace. And as always, I want to deliver a beautiful message to all of you. Now, hopefully, everyone's spirit is calmed and ready to receive truth. Because truth isn't always compliments to us. Sometimes the truth is an ugly thing, but ugly things must be faced so that they can be adjusted and fixed. So truth is a deep thing, and truth is the way to wisdom. So you can't get wise on a bunch of lies. It's a beautiful ring to it. But in any event, I want to do this video today called Where Are the Fallen Angels At Today? Right now. Where are they? Now, if you're not into the Bible or religious texts, it's alright. I'm sure you still heard of the story of the fallen angels and Lucifer and how they were cast out of heaven into the bottomless pit or chains of darkness. So I'm sure everyone's heard the story. Now the question is, where are they at now? And in today's video, I want to tell y'all exactly where they are. Now before I get into the video, I do not want anyone to confuse the fallen angels with the Nephilim, because somehow this has become merged. Now we all know the Nephilim are those who sinned against man. This is where the giants came from, etc., etc. But this is not the fallen angels. The Bible didn't say the fallen angels did this. It said the Nephilim did this. So you have to grasp, the fallen angel story with Lucifer, it predates the Nephilim. It predates anything that ever happened on earth. It predates earth. So you have to grasp, they're two different accounts. But I want to break down exactly where the fallen angels are now. Now we all know the description of the angels. They're basically heavenly beings. They're beings of light and fire. And it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp. Now we know the fallen angels, which would have basically been heavenly beings, made of light and fire. Lucifer was the brightest or the light bearer of them all. So angels have to do with light. And the fallen angel were cast into darkness, a bottomless pit, which is basically a void, a never-ending darkness. Now the question is, where are they now? Why can't we see any of this? And it's a deep thing. You can. At nighttime, if you look up above at the sky, you'll see a whole bunch of stars, which are suns or solar systems. And what you're looking at is lights in darkness, never-ending darkness. So you have to grasp what you see when you look up above. Because when you look up above, what you're looking at is falling angels or falling stars falling in the never-ending darkness. Now there's no bottom or top in space, nor is there a bottom or top in the bottomless pit. That's why it's called the bottomless pit, because there is no bottom. So you have to grasp, when you're looking up above at the sky at night, you're looking at the fallen angels. And angels would be the stars. The heavenly bodies are beings up above. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. Jude chapter 1 verse 13 says, when it's describing the fallen angels, it says, wandering stars, for whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. And you look up above at night. It's a deep thing. In Luke chapter 10 verse 18, it says, and he said, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Look up above. What do stars look like in the night sky? Little specks of lightning. And we know they're moving through this never-ending dark space. So it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. In Enoch chapter 24 verse 4. In Enoch chapter 29 verse 4. In regards to Lucifer, or the fallen angels, it says, and I threw him out from the height with his angels, and he was flying in the air continuously over the bottomless pit. Look up above. What you're looking at is dark space, which is nothing more than a bottomless pit. And you see heavenly lighted beings filling up that void. It's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. It's like Isaiah 14, chapter 14, verse 12. How are you fallen from heaven, O day, son of the dawn? Y'all have to grasp what y'all reading. It's a deep thing. Now, in my teachings, the sperm is the spirit, I tell y'all, sun is nothing more than the spirit within the solar beings on that level. Meaning, the sun or the solar system is nothing more than a living being, and you're seeing it from within. And that living being is in what? Space. Even the galaxies are in space. Even you are in space. You're in your place in the dark void. And it's a deep thing you'll have to grasp. Because this is hell. In the bottomless pit or the void, you have a place of hell. You have the lake of fire. You have the fallen angels, which you see up above in the night sky. Angels are nothing more than stars. And when you look up above at the night sky, you see the stars in the void, just like Genesis. In the beginning it was formless and void, and darkness covered the face of the deep. And then the Spirit of God. Now, I'm not a Christian, so if anyone's watching this, please don't get lost and start talking your crazy religion. Fully understand, your religion took books of the past, some books that weren't that far back in the past. It's basically 66 different books from different time periods. So your religion, I'm talking about text. Don't talk to me about your religion. I'm just trying to show you what the text say. And the text is basically telling y'all that we're in hell. You have to remember, these texts are ancient, so all of this happened already. It's a deep thing. I know it's a hard thing to grasp. I don't want to scare anyone. But it's just a reality that you have to look at. Every culture speaks of hell. Hindus speak of samsara, which is basically the never-ending reincarnations of hell. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. Spirits in hell. Born here, so they don't grasp. You have to grasp your existence started in the void. Forget Genesis, I'm talking about in real life. Before you was born into this physical existence, you were in the womb, which was dark space, the void. So you have to grasp. And Adam, it's in the void, dark space, none. It's a deep thing. It's such a deep thing. When I break this down to people, for some reason, spirits in hell don't really care about anything, so it really has no effect. It's almost as if they think it's something cool to say. And it's truly not. I want y'all to grasp. Every description of hell is your reality. Every description or aspect or piece of the story that has to do with hell, the bottomless pit, it's our reality. Just think about it. The creation stories of our existence starts in the void. God was in the void, darkness, creating this world. It's a deep thing. You have to grasp. Every aspect of the text say we're in hell. Every aspect. The descriptions of hell. Look around. Dark void, the bottomless pit. You know when you look up above at the night sky, that darkness, you know that's never-ending darkness. You know that. You know out in space there is no up, down, none of that. You know that. So you have to grasp. That is the bottomless pit. It fits the description. It don't fit the description of anything else. So you have to grasp. Falling angels. Spirits. What are spirits? Energy, charge, light. So when you look up above, you already see what you see. Bottomless pit full of lights or spirits. And it's a deep thing. Because it's like I said, we're ascending up to that same existence, just like we ascended up from microcells to organisms. And to the microcells within us, we're nothing more than that sun, our solar system. When they look up above within you, they see the same thing you see. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. The entire existence is chains of darkness. It's so deep. I don't think y'all understand. Even the gods that we have in our existence, they all have the qualities of Lucifer and the reasons he was cast away. So all the reasons why Lucifer was cast away, all of our gods, no matter what God a person believes in, he has those same qualities. No light bulbs go off. All those correlations to hell are the bottomless pit. Every aspect of the story is our reality, no matter how you want to look at it. Our gods have the same personality as Satan, which should let you know right there. Okay, that's that's interesting. Our existence was created in the dark, never-ending void, which is a bottomless pit. So God was in the bottomless pit. He created this world. That's interesting. Angels or spirits. We know that's light, energy, charge. You know, when you look up above at the night sky, you're pretty much looking at a bottomless pit with lights in it. And they're moving, being as though there's no bottom, top, left, right, and they're moving. They could be falling. Who knows? There's no bottom or top. It's just a never ending, bottomless, pitless. It's a deep thing. Chains of darkness. And this is our reality. And I know a lot of y'all are like, but why are we here? I don't understand that part. Well, I want you to grasp. Let's just say I was me and my wife. I'm not married, ladies. Sorry. I'm just making an example. Me and my wife, the only people in existence. Now we have children. Let's say 10 children. And our children will have children. So after about 1,000 years, our existence would probably be packed, right, with people, our offspring, their offspring. So now if you ask and are wondering, Solace, why am I in hell? Well, if angels were cast out into darkness and that was their existence to live in, and they live, and they reproduce, and after eons, you're basically the reproduction, the remnants. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. My children are nothing more than copies of me. Their children are nothing more than copies of them. So everybody, our living person, will trace back to, you grasp? We all trace back in. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. If we know reproduction is nothing more than copies of copies and copies of copies, well then, those that failed that was in this existence, we're all just the copies of copies of copies of them. Gotta ask yourself, which one are you? Because it's a deep thing you have to grasp. And I'm not mocking or being funny. You have to grasp, I'm here with y'all. So it's a deep thing. And reproduction is a real thing. So you have to ask yourself, which one are you? Which fallen one are you? Because nobody would be here in darkness. It's a deep thing. It's like they said, and you have to remember, I'm here with y'all. It's like they said, Lucifer, he was the smartest, the handsomest. And y'all know me, I'm the wisest of them all. Sex symbol Solace. The handsomest. The cutest. It's a deep, cold-blooded thing. Everybody here has the prideful manners. Everybody here has the qualities of Lucifer. It's a deep thing. It's a hard thing to grasp. But if you're a Christian and you believe in the Bible, you're in hell. Now, I know Christians are gonna say, this is not hell, Silas. Well then, why does Jesus need to come save you? Why? If you're not in hell, why does anyone need to come save you? You're good. It's a deep thing. It's a hard pill to swallow. And this is why most people brush it off. And then they'll keep ascending deeper and deeper into the black, dark void. Because we think we're ascending up. But we're really ascending down. But, you know, the bottomless pit has no up or down. So, whatever way you want to go. You think you're going up? Okay. Whatever. Things are getting bigger going up. So, that's up. But the bigger the thing is, the longer it was here. You're pretty big. You started as an atom, so you're pretty big. An atom hasn't been here as long as you, if it's still in the atom stage. It means it's a new, fresh atom. It hasn't been here as long as you, because you're an organism stage now. So anything bigger just been here longer. So up is really down or deeper into the bottomless, voidless pit. And it's a cold-blooded, deep thing that y'all have to grasp. Where y'all are. Things that need to be done. And don't get lost in places. Because everything boils down to conscious. So wherever you are is how you are. The ghetto isn't a dirty place, a raggedy, messed up place because white people come there and mess it up every day. It's the way it is because of the people that live there. So however you're conscious is the reality you're going to create for yourself. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. No one needs to ask me, how do we get out of hell, Silas? Let me start with your thoughts. Because that's the problem. Live the way you think. The way we live, the way things are, it's the results of the way we think, or what we accept as thinking. And it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp. A deep, deep thing. It's like immortality. It's so deep. There's a secret in immortality. Everything's just screwed up here, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a video called Immortals' Secret of Immortality. And I want to break down something about immortality to y'all, because people have it wrong. They think immortality is something that it isn't. And it's a deep thing. But it's your main man, Silas. Y'all be groovy. Enjoy y'all evening.